Yo, what's up, everybody? Just wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to use the Leo bridge or the multi-token bridge to bridge Hive and HBD over to BNB Smart Chain. It's been a while since I've done a video like this, so let's see how it goes. But I know a lot of people have been asking about how to use the bridge, how reliable is the bridge, and how it all works, since obviously we've had a lot of bridge updates in the past couple months, first with PolyCub and now with Cub. Launching all these different multi-token bridges and bridging bHBD and bHIVE. So we'll start with bHIVE and how to bridge it over. It's really simple and it pretty much works the same for both. So we'll run through it real quick, and then I'll also show you how to LP it on PancakeSwap and then stake it on Cub and earn something up to like 60% APY. So let's jump into it. So the first thing, obviously, you need some Hive and you need some HBD. I just have a little bit here, but we'll jump over to the bridge website. So the first thing you're going to do is go to wleo.io, and you'll see that it looks like this now. This is the latest update for the UI, which basically just splits off each of the different currencies. So next thing you'll do is select either bHIVE or bHBD. Obviously, we're doing bHIVE right now. So once you hit bHIVE, you'll get sent to the specific page for it, where it says Hive to BNB Smart Chain. So next thing you're going to do is get your address. So I'm grabbing mine right now, and then the amount that you want to send. I'll just send a small amount, and then you hit transfer, and then you do your Hive username. So sending it from the bank, and then you confirm that, and then it sent 15 Hive over, and then you basically just give it a couple seconds. With the newest bridge update, the bridge is super fast. And it's very reliable now. So I think actually since the launch of bHIVE and bHBD, we have had 0 failed wraps of bHIVE and bHBD because we've been testing basically a new version of the bridge, code that's a lot more reliable in terms of nodes. So yeah, I think I'd have to ask Nifty Phil, who's in charge of tech support, but I haven't personally seen any tech support tickets about bHIVE and bHBD, which is pretty cool considering that there's plenty of tickets out there about, PLEO and PHBD and pHIVE, which obviously aren't as reliable, but we are deploying that update. So little side note there. So it looks like it's been bridged over. So let me switch my screen to MetaMask and Cub. Jump over there. So here you can see I've got Cub open. And if you just go to the homepage, obviously cubdefi.com, then you go to the farms page, and I'm going to pool some bHIVE and Cub together. So click get bHIVE-Cub, and then obviously my wallet is connected, and then you can see it says add liquidity. So that makes it super easy, as you can just use these get links underneath whatever farm you want to go into. So if you want to know, the 3 multi-token bridge farms right now are bHBD Cub, bHIVE-Cub, bHBD BUSD is obviously the stablecoin one. And then the 4th one that we haven't launched yet is going to be bHIVE-bHBD, where you can actually pool HBD and Hive together and build some good liquidity with that. I think a lot of people are going to end up using that one. But yeah, you click get, and then obviously it takes you to PancakeSwap. You hit add liquidity, and then it basically lets you choose how much you want to add. So I'm just going to add this 15 Hive that I originally sent, along with some Cub I already had sitting in this wallet. And then you hit supply, confirm supply, and confirm on MetaMask, and then it'll confirm it. So it's really that easy. So the bridging process, as you can see, is literally 2 steps. You enter your Binance Smart Chain address, and then you enter the amount you want to send. Then you do your Hive account so that it can process with Keychain or Hive Sign or whatever you use. And then it gets bridged over in a couple seconds. And then obviously most people will go and add liquidity, or you can swap. So here it should have given me some. Yeah. So now I've got some LP tokens. So adding liquidity gives you LP tokens. Then you take the LP tokens and you can stake them on Cub. So staking them here, obviously just hit confirm. I already have some staked. So that's another little feature that not a lot of people know about when it comes to these smart contracts. Is I had some Cub waiting to be harvested from this farm. And when you stake more bHIVE-Cub, it actually auto harvests what you had previously. So you'll see that get added to my total balance, what I had farmed previously. So it's pending still. Looks like it should go through any second. And then, yeah, so there you go. And it harvested what I had. So now I've got a little bit more bHIVE-cub staked. You can see it harvested what was basically sitting there and waiting. So another thing that a lot of people do once they bridge over Hive or HBD is obviously trade. So if you go to PancakeSwap, you can basically just go here, and then you can go to bHIVE, and you can see BNB Smart Chain Hive. And if you wanted to swap it, you can swap it into anything. Obviously, you can swap it into Cub, you can swap it into BUSD, and it'll route through Cub. So it's kind of interesting how all that stuff works. You can also use DEX aggregators, which is how I prefer to swap. But if you're looking for a simple route, just do it through PancakeSwap. It's easier. So that's how you swap and add liquidity after wrapping your Hive. So hopefully that process was pretty easy. Now we can look at how to do it for HBD and also how to transfer back. I didn't really mention that, but switching my screen back over to wleo.io, you can see here this left side transfers your assets from the Hive blockchain to BNB Smart Chain. And then if you could do or transfer them back, it'll switch the screen over. And then you can see you put in your Hive username and the amount that you want to send. And then it'll do a MetaMask dialog pop up, and then it'll transfer it from your MetaMask wallet. And obviously, if you have a ledger or something, it'll do it through there. And then it'll bridge it back over to Hive. So it's really intuitive how all this stuff works. And obviously HBD is going to be the exact same process, but I'll still run you through it. So let's bridge over some HBD. So you do bHBD, and then you do your address again. I'll just grab mine, and then I'll just transfer 15 again. So this, a lot of people have asked about this. It says Hive to BNB Smart Chain. We may change this, but it actually, it's not a typo. It's referring to the Hive blockchain, to the BNB Smart Chain. But I know that is confusing to some people, thinking that it might be transferring Hive, but it's transferring HBD. That's referring to the blockchain that it's transferring from. But like I said, we may change that because it's a little confusing. So I just confirmed that with Hive Keychain, and then in a few seconds, I'll see it over in my MetaMask wallet, and then obviously I can LP it or swap it into BUSD if I want. Yeah, I mean, it's really that easy. So bridging to Binance Smart Chain is super easy. Bridging back is literally the same process, but just in reverse, obviously. So you would just, if I wanted to bridge back, you would just enter your Hive address, and then you'd enter the amount and then hit transfer, and then it'll open MetaMask, and it's really that easy. So I'll switch my screen back over to, switch my screen, here we go, to my MetaMask. So back over here. So let's say I want to LP. There's obviously bHBD has two different LPs right now. It's the bHBD Cub or bHBD BUSD if you'd rather be in stable coins. And then the fourth one, which may actually be live by the time this video goes up, or probably shortly after. The fourth one will be bHBD dash bHIVE. So obviously you can just LP your Hive assets and not touch anything else if you don't want to. I do think a lot of people will use that one. I know there's been a lot of comments about it on Twitter and Hive. So for now, I'll just do get bHBD dash Cub, and it will take me obviously through the same process back to PancakeSwap. I'll hit add liquidity, add in the HBD amount, and then obviously it'll pre-fill the Cub amount that is equivalent to it. And then you'll hit supply, confirm. It'll open a MetaMask pop-up. I'm not sure if that actually shows through the video, but it's opening a MetaMask pop-up for me to confirm. And then you can see transaction submitted. Give it a few seconds. Obviously, BNB Smart Chain is pretty fast. And there you go. It's already done. Head back over to cubdefi.com/farms and then hit this plus icon. You can see sometimes it takes a second. There you go. So I hit it once and it didn't show. Waited a second, hit it again, and now it's showing. So sometimes you'll see little minor delays when things are kind of loading up. But then it's asked me to confirm again with MetaMask. So just hit confirm. I accidentally hit reject. You just hit confirm, and then it goes through. Give it a few seconds. Like I said, it'll harvest whatever was already sitting there. So you can see I've got 6.523 waiting to be claimed. As soon as it stakes, now you can see it goes back down to 0, and it adds the Cub back to my balance. So that's really simple. That's literally how you LP stuff. and bridge over. So obviously, if you wanted to trade bHBD, same process. Like I said, you could trade it into Cub, you could trade it into BUSD. So super easy. You literally just load up Pancake Swap, or this is still bHIVE, but if you do bHBD, there you go. You can sell it here, or you can buy bHBD. It looks like the price swap price for bHBD is pretty good right now on Pancake Swap. So a lot of the trading that you see actually is just arbitrage between the internal exchange and Pancake Swap. So as this liquidity pool grows, obviously there's going to be a lot more wrapping activity, and the price will always equalize to whatever the internal market is. So you can pretty much guarantee that this is within a few pennies of the internal market, and if it isn't, then some arbitrager will step in and make it so. Yeah, I mean, it's really that easy. So if I jump back over to WLEO, yeah, I mean, I would just be able to bridge back over if I need to. And I think that covers it. So in this video, you learned how to wrap your Hive over. You learned how to wrap your HBD over to Binance Smart Chain. And then I showed you how to LP, and then showed you how to swap. So obviously all that stuff is really cool. It's really good for Cub. I think it's good for Hive. We do need more liquidity for Hive and HBD. Obviously, a lot of people don't even have access to Binance, which is pretty much the #1 way to trade Hive. And then HBD is not even listed on Binance or really any centralized exchange. So I think this just provides a nice opportunity, a nice route to trade. And yeah, if you want to be an LP or you want to trade through it, hopefully this video helps. See you guys later.